You know that feeling when you're carrying something that's so fragile and expensive and you have it in your hand and you're so careful with it. You want to make sure it doesn't drop and you're doing everything in your capacity to honor it, to preserve it in your hands. Sometimes we even do this with newborns. We know that they're so precious and tiny and fragile, and we're holding them in our hands and we're bringing them closer and we're trying to protect them and preserve them. I was doing that the other day with something I was holding in my hand, this materialistic piece of machinery. And subhanAllah, I was thinking, wow, I am so careful with this thing that has a set price. This thing costs an X amount of dollars, right? This thing is valuable this much. Yet how many times have I neglected something that was priceless? This is my heart. Every single one of our hearts is created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The creator of your heart is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And yet how many times have we carried it and not worried about how flimsy we were carrying it? How many times have we carried it to places that were not protecting it, that were not preserving it? And for a second I was really questioning, am I worried about these materialistic things around me more than my own heart? And there's a reason that our scholars tell us that the best way to preserve your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is by filtering your heart, is by protecting your heart. And how do you protect your heart? You put it in places that are going to protect it, right? What are you watching? Are you watching something that's honoring your heart? Are you befriending people who are honoring that heart? Are you reading things that are honoring that heart? What are you doing in your everyday life? What am I doing in my everyday life to help my heart be carried in a way where it's being honored? It's being treated like that newborn you're holding in your hand and you're so careful with them, right? And this is our hearts, something that's priceless that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us and told us that we have a potential within our hearts to come back to Him and to love Him and to be honored by knowing Him. So this is just a reminder for myself and you all that just like we care about these things that we hold in our hands, let us preserve our hearts and carry them in the right ways.